7 historical firsts that didn't make it into history books. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Massive Phenomenon. 7. First pregnancy test: grew crops with urine. History's first pregnancy test was etched onto a papyrus sheet more than 3,000 years ago. The ancient Egyptians had a weird way to find out if a woman was carrying a child and to determine if it was a boy or a girl. First, the woman would pee on a bowl of barley and wheat seeds. She would let them stew for a few days and then plant them in the fields. If the barley grew first, she was carrying a girl. If it was wheat, she was carrying a boy. If nothing grew, she wasn't pregnant. Surprisingly, it actually worked. Although it probably couldn't determine gender, researchers found that the test could detect pregnancies with an impressive 70% accuracy rate. 6. First 20-sided die made in ancient Egypt. Anyone who has ever played Dungeons & Dragons has used a 20-sided die. It's a key component of the game, essential in almost every situation that involves sitting in the basement imagining you're a wizard. As it turns out, though, the 20-sided die wasn't invented for tabletop gaming. It was created a good 2,000 years earlier. A 20-sided die carved from a rock was found in Egypt and looks shockingly familiar. In fact, other than the Greek symbols carved onto each side, it's almost identical to the ones we use today to roll for initiative. It's not clear what the Egyptians used it for, but the symbols appear to represent either letters or numbers, meaning that even the symbols on the side might be the same as those on a modern die. 5. First vending machine dispensed holy water. Today, it's almost impossible to imagine a vending machine being used for anything other than hawking cheap products. When the first one was created, though, it was used to dispense holy water. The vending machine was invented by Hero of Alexandria, an engineer credited with countless innovations of his time. Hero's vending machine used the weight of the coin to push a platform down. Then a valve opened and a little trickle of holy water would come out. He set up vending machines in temples all across the country, finally giving people a way to get holy water on the go without all the bother of talking to a priest. 4. First marketing pun was found in Pompeii. Companies with puns for names seem like a staple of business, but they had to get their start somewhere. From locally grown businesses like Hair Force One and Faux Shizzle to bars like Tequila Mockingbird, naming a business with a cheesy play on words is a time-honored way to pull in a few stray eyes. It all started in Pompeii. While excavating the ruins of the buried Roman city, archaeologists stumbled upon the oldest marketing pun ever found. A brand of wine called Vesavinum was still there, a portmanteau that combined the name of a nearby mountain with the Latin word vinum, wine. 3. First selfie was also the first portrait. When Robert Cornelius, an amateur chemist fascinated with the new photography craze, set up a camera in the back of his family's store, he knew he was about to make history. He just didn't know how. Cornelius didn't have the funds to hire a model or the ambition to find a proper subject in nature. So he figured he would just photograph himself. He was, after all, only trying to test his new equipment. He turned on the camera, ran into the frame, and stood as still as he could for the minute it took for the camera to do its work. Then he rushed back to the other side and closed the lens. When the photograph came out, he proudly wrote on the back that it was the first light picture ever. History, though, would remember it as something else: the first selfie. 2. First child to imitate an airplane was the first to see one. Pretending to be an airplane seems to be an almost instinctive act for children, so much so that even the first child who ever saw one did it. When the Wright brothers tested their flying machine, they weren't in complete seclusion. There was a family who caught the sight, and with them, a young boy. When a reporter asked the young boy to describe the flight, he instinctively threw his arms out and ran around making engine noises. So children have literally been pretending to be airplanes ever since the first child saw one. 1. First message over the internet was LOL. On October 29, 1969, a group of scientists conducted the first test of ARPANET, a moment that's sometimes considered to be the first time the modern internet went online. In the process, purely by chance, they typed a message that would dominate the internet for years to come. A programming student named Charlie Klein sat down to type the first message that would be sent to a computer 645 kilometers, 400 miles, away, login. When he started typing, though, he had a problem. He entered the letters L and O. But before he could finish, the computer crashed. Klein rebooted the system and tried again. This time, he got his full message out without any problems. By pure prophetic chance, though, the first 3 letters ever typed on the internet became LOL. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.